Welcome to this explainer. I'd like to invite you to just take a deep breath, slow down for a moment, and really settle in. Today we're exploring something profoundly beautiful, something that sits right at the very heart of the human experience. We're looking at the ancient roots of true connection. You know, in a world that so often feels rushed and highly transactional, we're going to look back at some foundational teachings to remember what it truly means to be a friend.
Real friends see your soul, not your wealth or status. Let's just let the weight of that truth settle for a second. So often we get completely caught up in the external markers of success, right? What a person has, what they can do for us, exactly where they stand in the world. But this timeless wisdom, it strips all of that away. It asks us to look much deeper, past the superficial layers, and straight into the very spirit of the person standing right in front of us.
Part 1. The Divine Friendship.
To really understand this depth of connection, we look to a beautiful narrative that's been passed down through generations. It's the story of Krishna and Sudama. Now picture this. Krishna is a great king. He's surrounded by immense wealth, power, and absolute prestige. Sudama, on the other hand, is his childhood friend, but he's a humble man living in deep, deep poverty. His clothes are worn out, his body is frail, and years pass without them seeing one another. Well, when Sudama finally arrives at the palace gates, he's incredibly hesitant. He brings only this tiny, meager handful of flattened rice wrapped up in a torn cloth as a gift. But Krishna? Krishna doesn't see a poor man. He doesn't see the rags. He runs to his friend, washing his tired feet with his own tears, and he eats that simple rice with absolute joy. It is a connection completely, wonderfully unbothered by status.
This ancient story distills perfectly into lessons that resonate just as strongly with us today. Whether we're teaching this to children or reflecting on it as adults, the absolutely crucial point remains. Real friends see your soul. Wealth and status, they literally do not matter. But the most powerful takeaway here is this: friendship without expectation is divine. When we completely remove the desire to get something in return, our connection actually elevates. It shifts from a simple transaction to a truly sacred act. It becomes a bond built purely on giving, acting as the steady anchor in the storm of our very busy lives.
Part 2. The Universal Mantra.
Having explored this through a story of the mind, let's shift our focus to the spirit of the heart. Twameva mata cha pita twameva. Just listen to the beautiful resonance of those ancient words. You alone are my mother, father, friend, and everything. This is a way for us to vocalize divine connection. It's not just a lovely poem, it's a profound recognition. We are acknowledging that in true connection, a friend basically becomes our family, our guide, our entire world. It grounds us in this comforting truth that the divine is right next to us, sitting there in the form of a true friend.
Part 3. Reflect on true connection.
Now, understanding this conceptually is wonderful, of course, but to truly internalize it, we practice what is known as chintan, deep personal reflection. So, step into a quiet space in your mind for a moment. Have you ever helped a friend when it cost you something? Take a second with that. And I don't necessarily mean money. Perhaps it cost you your precious time, your personal comfort, or even your pride. True friendship so often requires a quiet sacrifice. Try to recall a moment when you extended your hand, expecting absolutely nothing in return, simply because their soul called out to yours. Or let's look at the other side of that beautiful coin. Has a friend helped you unexpectedly? Think back to a time when you were the one in need. Maybe you were feeling as humble as Sudama at the gates, and someone just stepped into your life and elevated you. Someone who washed your weary feet, metaphorically speaking, without you ever having to ask. Just notice that warmth that fills your chest right now when you recall that unexpected grace. That warmth? That is the feeling of the divine. It's the absolute purest evidence of a connection that transcends our everyday, normal existence.
Part 4. Expressing your gratitude.
So we've engaged the mind and the heart, and now, well, let's move to the hands. How do we take these internal realizations and actually manifest them in the real world? Here is a beautiful, highly actionable practice for us. Step 1. Write a short letter to your best friend, and I want you to list 3 specific reasons they make you a better person. Not things they've bought for you or done for you, but ways their very soul elevates yours. And step 2, read your letter out loud to them. Putting these feelings into spoken words is such a powerful act. It brings the silent, quiet reverence of friendship out into the open, bridging that ancient wisdom with our everyday modern lives.
Part 5. Your weekly commitment. As we prepare to part ways today, we arrive at the Sankalp. Now, a Sankalp is a vow. It's a sacred intention.
This isn't just some casual homework assignment. It is a quiet, profound commitment you make to yourself. Here is your Sankalp for the days ahead. This week, I will do one kind thing for a friend without telling anyone about it. I really invite you to embrace this, because by acting and keeping it entirely to yourself, you strip away any possibility of praise or expectation. You are acting purely out of love. You embody the truest, most divine form of friendship in perfectly humble silence.
And so, I'll leave you with this single, lingering thought. What unseen kindness will you bring into the world today? May you walk forward with the wisdom of the ancients, seeing the true soul in everyone you meet, and acting without expectation. Thank you so much for sharing your time with us in this explainer. Until we meet again, go gently and be a true friend to the world.
Get ancient wisdom and infinite guidance, anywhere, anytime. Visit sanathan.app today. Start your spiritual journey now.